Hello everyone, welcome to Energy Circles VSPTenneti channel. Mitraaya namaha. In the previous video of the Sarva Ratna Sundaram series, we saw how Ratna Leela was left completely baffled. What had actually happened? Let's find out today. Ratna Leela was walking restlessly in his living room. Hundreds of questions flooded his mind. Who was his grandmother? Who was the Guruji whom he spoke to? How did Janaki know his grandmother? His curiosity could not let him be at peace. He went back to his email notifications. His amamma, that is, his grandmother's picture, stared compassionately at him. Ratna Leela felt the strong urge to go to his grandmother's house. Something in him told him that he would get all his answers there. Without any delay, Ratna Leela looked for flights to Hyderabad and booked his tickets for the next day. He also quickly emailed his manager that he was taking leave for 1 week due to emergency reasons. Ratna Leela opened his grandmother's picture one last time. He did not know where all this was leading him, but he knew many answers were hidden in his grandmother's place, Hyderabad. He spent that night in silent confusion and a lot of internal struggle. The next day, Ratna Leela was on the flight, completely lost in his thoughts. One single call with Guruji had turned his life upside down. His thoughts got interrupted by the jiggling of the silver bangles. He looked up to see a charming girl moving her cabin baggage. To his pleasant surprise, the girl sits next to Ratna Leela and settles down. She looks at him and smiles pleasantly. He feels breathless and enchanted. He extends his hands to greet her. "Hi, I am Ratna Leela." She shakes his hand and replies, "Hello, I am Purnima." Ratna Leela notices a round white colored gemstone on her right hand fingers. Purnima takes out her diary and gets busy scribbling down a few things. Ratna Leela feels a strange sense of connection with her. He would not have experienced such intimacy in so many years of his life. All his attention will be on her, yet he will silently look out his window and remain silent. After around 10 minutes, Purnima finishes writing and packs her bag. She looks at Ratna Leela and asks, "So, where are you from?" "Sorry, I just got busy noting a few important things and could not talk with you then." Ratna Leela feels spellbound in her presence. "I am basically from Hyderabad, but I am working in Delhi now. How about you, Purnima?" She nods and replies, "Oh, I also work in Delhi." "Are you traveling to Hyderabad to meet your family then?" Ratna Leela doesn't know what to answer. "I am visiting my grandmother's place." Purnima smiles. She says, "That's nice." Ratna Leela points at her gemstone ring and asks, "Which gemstone is this, Purnima?" "I'm just curious about gemstones, so don't mind me asking." Purnima looked at her ring. as she replied, "Sure, Ratnalila, this is the pearl. And because it is a favorite of the moon, it is also called as moonstone. Based on the planetary positions, different moonstones can yield more powerful results than pearls. As the planetary position of the moon is indicative of one's own mother, this is recommended for someone who wants to avoid fickle-minded nature and develop determination and mindfulness. Moon is extremely fond of pearls, and if a person wears the pearl either during the Chandra Mahardasha period or when the moon is transiting in the Vrishchika Rashi, all of their irritation will subside and peace gets restored." Ratnalila was pleasantly surprised. He had not expected Purnima to answer so elaborately. Ratnalila asked curiously, "Are you an expert in gemology?" Purnima laughed. "Oh, no. Like you, even I am very curious about gemstones. So I have been looking into many details of it for a few years. The pearl is worn based on the planetary position of the moon and the results that we are looking for. Also, for people who do not have their own birth chart, it is best to wear the pearl as it does not cause any harm to the person." Ratnalila was impressed by the knowledge that Purnima had. Purnima looked like a beautiful moon wearing a moonstone. He wondered if the gemstone made her so charismatic and influential, or if it was the other way around. Purnima tapped his palms and asked, "Where are you lost, Ratnalila?" His heart missed a beat and he smiled. "I was thinking if there are different types of moonstones, Purnima." She instantly answers, "Oh yes, 4 types of moonstones exist: rose moonstone, gem moonstone, jaguar moonstone, and crystal moonstone. They are given the names based on their size and shape." Ratnalila recalled an article that he had read earlier and inquired, "What is Spanish moon, Purnima? I remember reading its name in some article a few months ago." Purnima raised her eyebrows. "Spanish moon is an extremely precious moonstone belonging to Spain. It casts glitters radiating in a circular fashion. Edmund Hills has acquired unending glory in the past because of this very Spanish moon gemstone. So, Westerners display a great passion for this gemstone. Many people are also aware of the precious diamonds like Great Mughal, Big Rose, and Kohinoor, which have brought great glory to our country, India." Ratnalila smiles proudly and thinks for a moment. He then replies, "Who is moonstone suitable for?" Purnima opens a chart in her diary and explains, "People born under the stars Rohini, Hasta, Shravana, and those whose names start with the sounds of O, Va, Vi, U, Sha, Sham, Na, Ta, Ta as in Pattanam, Ta, Ja, Je, Jo, and Bha can experience affection, intimacy, love, cooperation, the conducive atmosphere in their profession, and romantic splendor in one's life." As Ratnalila stared at the chart, he questioned, "What is the use of wearing this gemstone, Purnima?" Purnima replied gently, Moon is worshipped to have the effluence of romantic vigor. So wearing the moonstone helps to increase the intimacy and romance between the partners. In fact, people who have missed love and affection in their life because of unfortunate reasons or want to receive love from their relatives are showered with enormous love and peace. Not just that, the moonstone ensures the well-being of one's mother, makes the person charismatic, sets the person apart with unique fashion etiquettes, and helps set a positive aura in the profession that these people take up. The moon is also called Rasadhipati, who likes things that are white hue like milk in color. That is one reason a person is advised to wear white cloth while wearing the pearl. And also, it is recommended to wear it after sunset when the moon is in full bloom to reap extraordinary results. And pearl is also one gemstone recommended for a newborn baby to even an 80 years old person, and this gemstone does not harm anyone. Ratnalila was surprised. Can the pearls improve partners' compatibility? Purnima blushed. Yes, Ratnalila. Whenever there is any difference between a husband and wife, or if any blaming, insults, controversies, disputes, sufferings, or suspicions are aroused, then the pearl is established in the Dvitiya Kona. Correlation and coordination of Chandra and Brihaspati are studied, and Chandra Kona Puja, Prana Pratishtha, that is the consecration, are performed. Then it is received from the hands of a mother or someone with a motherly stature by facing the moon on a full moon day. I have witnessed such couples who enjoy love, understanding, peace of mind, and forego suspicion in no time after wearing this particular gemstone. Ratnalila felt a sense of joy as he listened to Purnima. He thought that even Purnima felt the same kind of intimacy towards him. Purnima felt a deep connection as she spoke. Hyderabad and Secunderabad are the main centers for the trade of pearls, and most astrologers recommend pearls time and again. A fine white ethnic pearl appears to have a light watery shade inside. During the first fortnight of the full moon, the ethnic pearls display splendid shine. Also, the pearls are round in shape. The globular pearls are of the first order and they are called bliss of moon. As you are going to Hyderabad, you should definitely check out these beautiful pearls, Ratnalila. Just remember that the gemstone will shower abundant miracles on you if you have faith in its powers, and it will be as good as lifeless to a person who buys it without any faith. To a native born in a horoscope with abundant luck, pearl will be a lucky stone causing great miracles beyond doubt. Ratnalila smiled as he loved the way Purnima spoke. He was coming up with more questions to continue the conversation with her. He asked, "Does pearl also have a secondary gemstone as a substitute?" Purnima adjusted her moonstone ring as she spoke. Yes, moonstones are worn as an alternative to pearls. Semi-precious stones have their own power and capabilities. If you are interested, you could also read about the glory of gemstones like amethyst, moonstone, agate, corundum, and peridot. There is an interesting story in the sacred texts. It says pearls have emerged from the clouds, and when it rains heavily with thunders and lightning, demigods steal these spectacular glittering pearls so that they don't fall into the hands of the humans. Purnima laughed as she recollected this story to Ratnalila. Ratnalila felt very much drawn towards her as she explained further. Pearls are said to have emerged from the hoods of the serpents sometimes. These kinds of pearls help people suffering from disorders of sight, torture by black magic, and Nagadosha. It is mentioned in the Shamantaka Dhyana Vidhan that higher forms of meditation are possible when 108 pearls are worn as a crown in the Sarpa Mandala. Wearing the Padmanjali crown, designed using pearls and Pushyaragas, makes the impossible things possible. There are also beliefs that pearls have emerged from the fangs of the boar, the head of a fish, bamboo, conch shells, and even sugarcane. But there is no evidence to prove this, Ratnalila. Purnima looked at him, who was keenly listening to her. Ratnalila smiled. How do you know so much about gemstones, Purnima? Purnima became sad as she answered. Oh, I have a happy and painful relationship with the gemstones, Ratnalila. I have not shared this with most people. Yet, however, I feel like sharing it with you. A family of fake gemologists cheated my father, Ratnalila, and because of choosing the wrong gemstones, my father became bankrupt and suffered health issues. Even to this day, he is bedridden, and looking at him, even my mother is mostly ill. For the love and respect that my father has for one of their family members, he is very much stubborn not to reveal any details about them. Ratnalila felt concerned, and he could not see her sad. I am sorry, Purnima, I should not have asked such personal questions to you. However, what do you want to do about it? Purnima spoke slightly angrily. I want to find the family who ruined the happy and peaceful life I was leading, Ratnalila. That is the main reason I am going to Hyderabad. Ratnalila touched her hands gently and said, I understand, Purnima. How will you find out about them as your father has not revealed anything to you? Purnima felt comforted and replied, I was very fortunate to find my Guruji, Ratnalila. He has helped me in many ways by showing me the right path, and he has given me the answers to many of my questions. Ratnalila thought of the Guruji who he spoke to and shook his head. Yeah, one indeed has to be very lucky to find a Guruji who can answer all the queries. Purnima smiled. Yeah, he told me to look for someone called Guru Ma from that family in Hyderabad. My Guruji never spoke to me about her, but he always said that the answer to my questions and the love of my life would come from the same person related to all of this. Ratnalila's feet felt totally numb as he heard that name again from Purnima. He prayed to the universe that the Guru Ma whom Purnima was looking for should not be Ratnalila's grandmother. Purnima noticed the still gaze of Ratnalila and asked, Hey, are you alright? Do not worry, Ratnalila. I am sure I will find this family who ruined my life and I will get justice for my father. With his dried throat, he finally uttered a few words. I hope so too, Purnima. Both did not realize how time flew by as they spoke about many things. When they came out of Hyderabad airport, Purnima paused to look lovingly at Ratnalila. She held Ratnalila's hands and said, "I felt very nice meeting you, Ratna, and it is very special to me to share such personal things with you. I hope we can stay in touch." Ratnalila's mind was blank to see a girl he felt so intimate with. Fear slowly crept in him about Purnima hating him for the rest of his life. He smiled palely and took her phone number. He gathered courage and responded, "I had a lovely time with you, Purnima. Thank you for trusting me and sharing your story. We shall meet soon." As Ratnalila watched Purnima board the cab and go away from him, thousands of questions stared him in his face. Was the Guruma Purnima was looking for Ratnalila's own grandmother? Was Ratnalila the love of Purnima's life? Will Purnima hate Ratnalila for not telling the truth about his grandmother? Moreover, why did Ratnalila's family cheat Purnima's father? Stay tuned with us to find out the answers to these questions in our next video to be uploaded very soon. Bye for now.